Big Gipp was 100% correct, ladies and gentlemen. 100% correct. Correctamundo. That's what he was. $100 correct. He wasn't 85%. He wasn't 76%. He was 100% correct. His assessment of Jay-Z, Rockefeller, the whole thing. Now, some of you may say, okay, I get it. I get it. You don't like Jay-Z. That's your problem. See, you always hated Jay-Z. Big Gipp ain't told no lie. Shouts out to the Dungeon family. But he ain't never told a lie. He ain't got no reason to lie. He's just speaking the uncommon truth. Hit the like button too when you came through the door so they can know that, you're a real person. Of course he spoke the truth. But it's not a popular thing right now. See, the truth is only popular once everybody starts gravitating to it. People like to live in the lie. And the lie is that Jay-Z is the biggest artist in the world in hip hop. And he never was. See, that was the lie. What Big Gipp did was bring reality back to the forefront. Yeah. See, Big Gipp stated that 50 Cent and DMX, their movements was bigger. Way bigger. Which was true. He brought up a very key fact. He said, which one was bigger? Murder Inc. or Rockefeller? Which one was bigger, had the bigger movement? Ja Rule had the radio. They were crushing the radio. Ashanti, crushing it. Who did Jay have? Rockefeller Records, he wasn't even the biggest artist on Rockefeller Records. That was Kanye West. Kanye West came, and that was basically their only really successful artist. Like me, I love Benny Siegel albums, but they weren't successful. Yeah, you would go with ROC, but the numbers don't go with ROC. Well, of course, everybody know that. He was just coming out. Reasonable Doubt just dropped before Biggie and Tupac situation. Like, everybody got things so confused. They just don't even understand how the business was working back then. Like, hip hop was nowhere near where it is now. Like he said, DMX came out, and what did X do? X had people on motorcycles. It was cool to not get dressed up and go to the club. You wearing 10 boots. He's sleeping on broads. He's sleeping on them. Wilding out. Just being rowdy. And then at the end of the night, he gonna pray and cry on stage. $50 Cent, G-Unit, Lloyd Banks, Buck, The Game. They had people that people knew. You knew them. Yeah, we got hit with a blizzard. You knew them. When they performed, you knew them. They was finna bring it. Tear the house down, whatever you want to call it. That's what they was bringing to the table. Where everybody was on flashy club stuff, people didn't want to see that no more. They wanted the grimy back. And X brought that back. That whole Rough Rider movement, that brought Jay-Z back. Jay-Z borrowed from both of them. That's how he got on. He took Swiss Beats and started rocking Swiss Beats like he was a member of Rough Rider. Jigga, what's my mama? Jigga, who you rolling with, huh? Money, cash, hoes, money, cash, hoes. What? What? DMX in my dog bite. Jigga, my nigga, rhyme all night. He saved that dude's career. Jay-Z was gonna retire if that album did not succeed. How many of y'all knew that? How many of y'all knew that Jay was gonna retire? Thank you. If you listen to the intro of Volume 2, they're talking about his retirement. Lay it down. Lay it down. Gonna stretch me out. On Fifth and Broadway. Always knew I'd make a stop there. But a lot longer than a lot of people thought. The last of the Mohicans. Bleak's gonna be a new star, a new and improved Jay-Z. Yeah, X them and Ja, that new wave, they saved Jake's career. He kept getting a parachute every time. He's always getting bailed out. Ooh, look at this. Man, it's a blizzard. Still going down. Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it. A challenge. All right, Road. You want a challenge? Here we go. Now, what he was talking about and what Gipp was talking about was different. What's up, Kennedy? What they was talking about was way off the chart. You see, everybody has their own they got their own views on how they see things. Many people don't know Kanye West was the highest selling artist at Rockefeller. Period. He had the highest selling debut. He sold more records than Jay-Z. And still today, he's more relevant. Even though people hate him, if Kanye was to come out, that's it. But he's right. DMX movement is way bigger than Jay-Z's. I don't see how anyone can doubt it. Like, what's there to doubt? You say some of y'all just woke up on the night shift. But no, think about it. So why does Jay get all the credit for Kanye? He didn't make Kanye West. Kanye brought him back with the blueprint. When the blueprint came out, they was, whoa, this is the Jay-Z we was expecting. See, the problem is the sound had changed. Everybody was tired of that like weird Neptune sound. That stuff had played out. That didn't last long at all. And Jay did volume 3 under that Neptune sound. That, you know, all that goofiness. That Neptune sound played out, and he did 2 albums back to back under that. See, the Dynasty wasn't supposed to be a Jay-Z album. That was supposed to be the Rockefeller album. And then they ended up turning it into a Jay-Z album to try to get him out of the contract so they could renegotiate. That's why he kept making his albums so quick. Like every 6 months, there was a Jay-Z album. Volume 3 came out right before New Year's of 2000. Then the summer of 2000, oh damn, that was a call I needed to take too. DMX didn't sabotage, Jay-Z didn't sabotage DMX's career. I'm going to tell you what he did. Now look. DMX was the biggest artist in the world. Nobody has dropped 2 albums back to back and sold what DMX was selling. Jay-Z, the max he was selling was about 2 million records. That's it. A lot of people didn't know that. Besides volume 2 and volume 3 sold like 3 million. Everything else was basically 1 million or 2 million records. That was normally his max. Number 1 album don't mean anything. You could buy number 1 album spots. Just to say, I got the number 1 album. So number 1 spot don't mean anything. No, DMX was selling 5 million out the gate. Then he sold another 3 million right after that. Then his third album, which was his most highest selling album since his first one, that sold 10 million. And when it was all said and done, his album kept selling. What's up, Mr. Bailey? Joe Cool in the house. People that had a bigger movement, like he just brought up, look at Nelly. Nelly's movement just didn't last as long as everybody else, but during that era, when Eminem came in and was doing the numbers he was doing, blowing the game up, Nelly was right with him. When Eminem sold 10 million records, Nelly sold 10 million records right along with him. He sold 10 million records on his second release. Country Grammar sold like 5 million. So Nelly was crushing the charts. They had radio. I'm talking about when it came out. I know eventually it kept growing until it went diamond. Jay-Z albums faded because they were too dated. Only certain songs make it. But how many times you go back and listen to a Jay-Z song, unless it was from the Black Album or Blueprint, you're not really going back to listen to Jay-Z. It's bland. If you went and saw, and he even said it himself, when he did the concert, when they did the backstage concert, Rockefeller, and it was like the Def Jam thing, but it was Rough Riders and Rockefeller. And Def Jam was trying to hoard everything to make it look like it's the Def Jam tour. And it wasn't. Def Jam didn't put up the money for the tour. But they was giving everybody Def Jam jackets. And that's when Dane lost his mind. I know 400 Degrees was everywhere. Back that thing up and still making money. Okay, well, let's talk about it collectively, right? You said Jay actually reached these higher heights. How did he get there? Someone else had to come and help right the ship. Every time the ship was about to crash, somebody had to come in and help rewrite the ship. Every time. You could say 50 Cent, oh, he had Eminem and Dre. 50 Cent, every hit song he had did not have Eminem on it, or it wasn't really produced by Dr. Dre. It was the strength of 50 Cent. I don't think I've liked the song that 50 Cent and Eminem have made together. Those songs are they're alright. But I like the songs 50 do when it's just 50. Now don't get me saying that Jay-Z isn't what he is. Like, oh, Jay ain't no good artist, he don't make no hit songs. Jay can make a hit record. He just got to have the right direction. But Big Pimpin' saved the third album. That album was finna flop. That album was getting ready to flop. And Big Pimpin' came out. Do It Again came out, a song that Jay-Z stole the hook from another underground artist. And that was it. They had no follow-up singles that popped. They were losing money on the album. And Big Pimpin' comes out and took it to a whole new level. It was so hot. Jay-Z wanted to add another verse to the album for the video. So he went and added a whole nother verse so they could put out a single that you could add a remix with Jay-Z verse on it. All the whole thing with him and Pimp. Pimp couldn't stand Jay-Z. Couldn't stand him. Over Tupac, everything else. That just all played a part of it. Pac ain't like him. I don't like him. Pimp was something else. But we'll leave that for another day. That's not even part of this subject. They always had that who's better, 8-Ball MJG or UGK. I like them both, but I was more of an 8-Ball MJG guy. Rockefeller was different. When it came out, they had what they call the Rockefeller sound. And the Rockefeller sound, I know because I used to talk to one of the producers, and he actually made and produced songs for Kel Mitchell's rap album, where my cousin was on the album too. So we talked to him. He did Can't Knock the Hustle. His name is Nobody. He produced the beats. So I spoke to Nobody. And he talked about it. He's like, Rockefeller had this thing. They had the Rockefeller sound. They had all the old songs from like the 70s and 80s. And that's why they had like all those old samples that everybody used to love. Like Riri and Angela and all that. That I'll be good. All those type of songs from like the 70s and 80s. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, Too Short. Shoot, I grew up listening to Short. Too Short. That was it, baby. Shouted a pimp. He walks with a limp. Shouted a pimp, pimp. Oh man. No, I did a lot back in the days when it came to the hip hop era. But if you want to look at what halted a lot of people's careers and why Jay was able to sustain, is Jay was able to latch on to other artists. Like Kanye West reinvigorated him when people had given up on Jay-Z. After the Black Album, they were through with Jay. When he came out with that Kingdom Come stuff, they was all Dipset at that time, so they wasn't going backwards. They was going forward. So when he come with all this Dipset crap, Dipset. Santana dip. This dude set. I mean, he dip. And we dip set. And they had the leather coats with the rhinestone jackets and all this pink and all this, man, everybody was cammed out. And Dipset was the movement. And Jay-Z was just in the way. He old. He don't get it. So he come back still being Jay. Yo, I say so, make another hole. They was like, tell me what you got, little mama. Show me what you got, pearl lady. They were like, we got to get him out of here. So that was the plan. He got to go. Yeah, they got him up out of there quick. Hov was gone. Lil Wayne bodied that beat. That's when Wayne was killing all the mixtapes. He was slaying. He's like, I'm going to show Jay how to do this. You might want to fall back from recording. I won rings for my performance, so I'm more a Kobe Bryant of an artist. Hit you in the head like Bonnet. You might have to fall back like August, September, whatever you call it. We not the same, I'm a Martian. I keep your girl running like a faucet, cause I'm what's up like Martin. And Wayne was bodying that. Wayne was bodying that. Again, American Gangster came out. He tried to make it sound like a soundtrack. That was his last album under Def Jam. He was trying to make it sound as if that was not going to be a Jay-Z album. Like, this is a soundtrack. It's inspired by the movie. Now, Jay had he spent $20 million in marketing of Def Jam's money, which screwed up DMX's album, which screwed up Method Man's album, which screwed up Redman's album, and all the other artists that was released on Def Jam that year. And Meth was pissed because he's like, I got an album out and I can't get marketing. And then LL Cool J, who's the flagship of the label, he can't get the marketing he wants for his album, which led to the LL Jay-Z beef. Jay-Z beefs didn't really kick off until he became the face of the president of Def Jam, which he really didn't do anything as the president of Def Jam. No, he really didn't. He never ran Def Jam. Shakur Stewart is the one that brought Rick Ross, and he brought Rick Ross and he brought Jeezy to Def Jam. Wasn't Jay-Z. Shakur Stewart brought him over there. You see what I'm saying? It's been a lot of lies told to the world. A lot of lies told. Jay has taken credit for a lot of people's stuff, man. Oh, LL was hot. LL was hot. Dog, when you got an album out and LL can't get, you tell LL what he can't get, and he feel like they not pushing or promoting the album the right way, oh, they gonna have a problem. He did a song with Jennifer Lopez, I think it was Paradise. They did the video for that. And he was like, and Jay didn't understand. He was like, well, the album just isn't moving. You know, they're not gravitating to the song. But that's not what happened. Jay used all that marketing money for his album to come out. And they spent $2 million on Nas. They ended up sounding Nas, and then Jay was coming out with his album. So Nas ended up doing We Major. His first thing he ever did when he got with Rockefeller. I mean, Def Jam and all that. Him and Jay was cool. So Kanye was like, I want to get Nas on a feature with me. I want to do that first. So he got on the We Major. And Jay didn't want to get on that. So they did the We Major song. He working with Kanye, and they was like, come on, man, you got to get that Esco back. You know, you got to get that going. So they start working. They got Nas on there. That was way before they announced the reunion and all this. But Jay-Z never ran Def Jam. Okay? The person that brought Nas over wasn't Jay, and Jay was just the face. He never had to do anything. So it was like any problems that went down, Jay was going to be the one to take the blunt of the blame, but he was going to take all the success, and they're going to just prop him up to be the president. But he was damn near never in the office, never handling any business. L.A. Reid ran that company. L.A. Reid was making the decisions. People sat down with L.A. Reid and did business. And then people be like, well, wait a minute. Where's Hov? I thought Jay was running things here. Where's Hov? Why is he not here? Isn't he the president? Oh, well, he'll be here later, and all that. We doing all the paperwork and all that stuff get done here. Then when they do the signing or something, Jay will be standing there, and then he'll be doing the interview. We had a great deal and a presence. He do the interviews. And he had nothing to do with the deal. What era Jay had? Jay had a run. Jay had a run. Like when the Black Album was out, that whole when Kanye was out, that really kept the Jay-Z era going, because Kanye never went above Jay. Like, he never put himself above Jay-Z. He was selling his albums, but he was content. He wasn't saying, now I'm bigger than Jay. We just stating facts. And the fact of the matter was, Jay was never the type of individual that would share the spotlight. He didn't like that. When he went on tour with Rockefeller and they did that, that was the only time he ever was going to perform with DMX again, like on a tour. Not that X was a problem. X always was there to do his job. He couldn't do it because it makes him look obsolete, which he admitted now. He was like, man, performing next to X, like, that was crazy. Because DMX would go on before Jay-Z. Jay-Z would close the night, but DMX would go before him. So X didn't care when he went on. He just knew after he performed, stage was over. He destroyed it. They even tried to tell him, man, calm it down a little bit. Like, you go so hard, high energy. Jay finna come out and his energy ain't gonna be there. He don't have a lot of high energy records. And he was like, I'm coming out. DMX got the hardest records in the world. Everybody turned up. Then I'll come out with, it's a hard knock life for us. So then X got to come out when they do Money Cash Hold. So he got to do that quick in the act than what he would like to, because X is going to leave. Because X night is done. How is this hate? We're just stating facts. Do you think Jay-Z era was bigger than DMX? X was in movies. X was in everything that was moving. The DMX movement was huge. How dare you try to undercarriage what he brought to the table? If don't nobody realize 50 was better than Jay, like 50 crushed and did Jay-Z's catalog with 2 albums. With 2 albums, he outsold Jay-Z. He did his entire catalog in 2 albums. Busta had a hot album. The album, the song that had Janet Jackson on it, that album. What you gonna do? Flip mode is the greatest. Going the back there, give me the boat. We go to the back there, give me the boat. We boom with the belt you, the girl you, then they come with the love you, then they come in with the owners on you, they know they different than do. I'm like, I didn't understand a damn thing Busta was saying. Now, if they ever had a rapper that I said, what did he say? I don't even understand what he's saying. That's Busta. I never understood a word he said. I ain't understand what he was talking about. Flavor in your ear. Don't you get suspicious. Hear everybody, that's our Busta Rhyme. That means gold. Green means gold. There's too much snow and slush out here. And you out here messing around. Yeah, you get off the road, man. That's what you need to do. Get your head together. You can listen to Jay-Z songs. Nobody ever said Jay-Z couldn't make songs. We talking about impact and movement. The G-Unit movement was bigger than Rockefeller. There is no real Rockefeller movement. The Rockefeller movement was, what was that, 98? Which was mixed in with the Rough Rider movement, which dwarfed any Rockefeller movement. Let's look at, like I said, take Murder INC. They were better than them. Ja Rule was outselling Jay-Z at that time. So what is he talking about? Ja Rule had the radio. Ja Rule came out the gate outselling Jay. So once he came out the gate and started doing his thing, he was outselling Jay. He gave Jay his first hit song. His first real hit record. Can I get a what? No, the women who don't love hoes, they want it that though. Can I get a whoop whoop? Rockefeller, y'all. X movement was so big, people thought Jay-Z was a member of Rough Riders. And he was selling that. You don't sell 4 million records without DMX. Next album didn't have DMX. What happened? He ain't got no Rockefeller sound. He went to Pharrell. He went to hell. Exactly. So back then, everybody had a wave or a lane. Down south, Midwest, that was Master P and the Tank. They had 98 on lock. 98, 99, that was their era. Jay-Z came out, Midwest was playing that. It was DMX, Jay-Z, and Master P. Those three right there was running the rap game. But really, it was X. It was all X. Because even when Party Up came out, y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in it. That album, and then it was X, crushed anything Jay-Z was putting out. X was ruling. And if it wasn't for Big Pimpin', Jay would have had 2 duds in a row. The Dynasty was a bunch of dog crap. Jay had to recover quick. It's got some songs on there I like, but it wasn't gonna hit because it still had that Neptune beat that everybody was tired of already. So it was sounding like Volume 3 all over again. So they was like, man, we through with this. Hey, this ain't hard enough. We want that real. What is the Rockefeller movement? Memphis Bleak, Benny Siegel, state property. They didn't. Would you hold that up against Ashanti, Ja Rule, DMX? All, I mean, damn, Eve. Where can I? Rough Riders Volume 1, Volume 2. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The only one Rockefeller had was Kanye West. Stop playing games. They had the locks. Come on, what? They do Rockefeller versus Rough Riders right now. Rockefeller is dead. Come on, stop. They gonna have to go back to the Sauce Money days. Go get Chris John. Watching my life go down, 'cause I'm a hustler. Watching my life go down. Cash Money came in the game right after that wave was cooling off with no limit. When they fell, he fell out with Kev, and Beats by the Pound fell off. They all broke up because P didn't want to pay him. And once that happened, it all went down. Then it was the big time. Whoa, 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 whoa. BG chopper in the city, baby. I'm BG, I stay flossed out all through the week. Be right here pimping on all this hoe. Got a price of a mansion on my watch and wrist. My homie baby got that self-made built machine. A Mercedes-Benz 715. I know your haters don't believe that. Can't wait to see your haters' faces when you see that. Man, look at that. You gotta put on shades to sit on side of me. Man, Turk. Oh man, Turk, baby. What would you do? What would you do, dog? Man, that Turk, what would you do, baby? That was some real stuff right there. No. Gilly wrote for him when he was doing the Carter 1 and gave him his flow. And Wayne just started freestyling and just like, I can freestyle this. But that's when it was your boy. What happened to that boy? And then Gilly came and exposed everything, and that didn't work for him again. Fifty tried to get him a deal, and ultimately he turned that down, and it was a bad move for him. I wouldn't either. Because they weren't getting paid like that. And that's why Juby left the first time. Juby was like, I'm tired of saying I'm a Cash Money millionaire and I ain't no millionaire. You know, I'm just like, I'm not doing that no more. After I'm sold, my record is playing everywhere and I ain't got no money to pay my bills. It's like, what the hell? That don't make sense. Gilly was like, I was there when the bus broke down and we had to get Baby, nobody had any money, so Baby had the Western Union, the money over there to fix the damn tour bus. Cash Money would have folded if it wasn't for Young Money. Young Money was making all the money for Cash Money. So when they did that Young Money spinoff, that's what record companies do to save themselves. They make a little smaller imprint and say, all right, smaller imprint, go make some money. And then that smaller imprint come back, and here it come. The freaks come out at night. No, Jay-Z didn't sabotage DMX's career. DMX was becoming a problem. After it was dark and hell was hot, X took a break and started making movies. He didn't want to rap no more. He was too big. He had the biggest album in the world. So he was in LA just hanging out, doing movies and everything else, but he had so much money coming in. X never cared about money. X never cared about money. Money was coming in, going out, people, managers stealing it. You got 50-something dogs. X is doing all kind of stuff, going to jail, getting out. He was living so wild and reckless by the time the fourth album came out, which was incredible. The Great Depression is probably his most underrated album of all times. That album most of it was recorded here in Chicago when he was living in the damn crack house. He was sleeping on the floor. And they was like, look, we need this album done. X had that album done. X crushed that album. He had his vices, but he was crushing it. So dealing with DMX, getting him to get in the studio to actually do the work. Like you'll be there and he'll be super late, like hours late, killing studio time. So I knew what was going to happen with the fifth album. So when he came out with his album and he turned the album in and everything, and it was like, all right, here we go. The dogs is out. Another one of those. Knock it F out. Right. They don't know who we be. Da-da, 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 da-da. Yeah, he wanted to do something different. Like, they didn't want that to be his single. DMX chose that song to be the single. It was the wrong single to put out, but hey, it's what X wanted. They gotta know who we are. He was like, X, it's gonna be on the album. We're just saying, as the lead single, it's my album. What? So after fighting with DMX, he showed up late to the Source Awards. He had missed the first plane, so he ended up showing up. And then he got there and was able to do his performance. And everybody was mad at him for being late. But he came with a quote. The Lord might not come when you pray. He might be late, but he's always on time. Hey, so. All right, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Shouts out to KB.